Right, welcome to another episode of Warhammer 40,000. It's 2,000 points, fighting across this Adeptus Mechanicus outpost here. The Blood Angels sweeping through the area. They will take on the Death Guard Chaos Space Marines here in this fight. Right, welcome to this 2,000 points game. Blood Angels Space Marines here versus Death Guard Chaos Space Marines here. Aaron Allen has brought his Death Guard along, and I'm going to use my 2,000 points of Blood Angels here in this fight. We've already played one game. It's over on the Plus channel, and after that game was played, we felt we must play a rematch here, another game. So don't usually say what happens in our battles on the Plus channel, but the Blood Angels were beaten. But Mortarion was slain, so there's hope for the Blood Angels here. It was a tight scoreline. They did lose, but there's hope for them for sure, and they've got a second chance here in this fight to try and destroy this Death Guard force. This game has significance here. We're running the league. Aaron's army here has not been defeated yet this season. If they win here in this fight, they will go top of the league, above the Eldar, so it's an important game. Blood Angels, they've lost a good number of games so far, but they do stand a chance here of bringing defeat here to this Death Guard armies. But it's an important game, this one, here in regards to the league here, to try and prevent a Chaos force from rising to the top. So it is a controversial list, this one, for the Blood Angels here, but they've given a pretty good account of themselves so far, and so I'm running a Battle-Forged army here. It's a battalion detachment as well, and then a Supreme Command detachment here also, so 9 command points in total. So for the battalion, 3 units of troops to make that up, 3 units of scouts, 1 unit of 5 with combat knives and bolt pistols, another unit of 5 just with bolters, another unit of 5 with bolters, and there's a heavy bolter in that squad as well. Then for HQ choices, I've actually got 6 here in this list. Sanguinary Priest just here, a regular Space Marine Chaplain, then a Librarian in Terminator armour. I've given him a combi plasma, just the way the points have worked out. And then a Force Axe for him. I'll cover Psychic Powers in just a moment. Then Lazarus Dawnhammer, the Smash Captain here, for the Blood Angels, with Thunderhammer and Storm Shield for him. He is the Warlord here. I've given him the Angel's Wing Relic. He gets 3-roll charges, and no Overwatch allowed against him. And then he has Gift of Foresight, as well as his Warlord trait. So with Gift of Foresight, he ignores damage on a 6+, ignoring wounds that come through. I have paid the command point here for Death Visions of Sanguinius, so that will mean he ignores wounds on a 5+, just to try and help him stay alive for a bit longer, and he gets the Black Rage ability as well, so an extra attack on the charge for him also. There's a Librarian Dreadnought here as well, with the Force Halberd and the Furioso Fist. And then the Sanguinor is in the list as well. Psychic Powers, just cover those now. Unleash Rage and Shield of Sanguinius granted to the Librarian in Terminator armour. Then the Quickening, and then Wings of Sanguinius granted to the Librarian Dreadnought here as well. Do have an Elite's choice. It's 6 Sanguinary Guard, all with the Incarmine Blades and Angelus Bolt Guns. And then 5 Thunderhammer Terminators, all with Storm Shields in that squad. Then finally, I have 2 flyers, Storm Raven gunships here. They're both configured exactly the same. So 2 Hurricane Bolters for each, twin multi-melter, twin las cannon, and the rockets for each of those as well. So some decent air power available here to the Blood Angels, and ability to move units around the board with them as well. Then one last command point spent. It's for Veritas Vita. It's a second relic, so I paid an extra command point for that. Giving it to the Sanguinary Priest. That's 5+. Whenever I spend a command point on 5+, that command point is regained. So that's the Blood Angels list here. We'll take a look now and see what Aaron Allen has in his Death Guard army. Right, so 2,000 points of Death Guard here. Aaron Allen, happy to come back and fight the Blood Angels again. So we'll let Aaron run through his list.
Okay, so this is my 2,000 points of Death Guard. I have a battalion detachment and a super heavy auxiliary detachment. So in my battalion detachment, I have 3 HQs. I have the Lord of Contagion. He has the suppurating plate relic. I have Typhus, who knows Curse of the Leper and Blades of Putrefaction psychic powers. And I have a Malignant Plague Caster, who knows Miasma of Pestilence and Putrescent Vitality. In my troop slots, I have 3 units of 20 Poxwalkers and 3 units of 6 Plague Marines. 2 of the Plague Marine units have 2 Blight Launchers and a Flail of Corruption, and the other Plague Marine unit had 2 Plasma Guns in it. In my Elite slot, I have a Noxious Blightbringer, and then in my Heavy Support slots, I have 2 Plague Burst Crawlers with Entropy Cannons and Heavy Sluggers. Then my Super Heavy Auxiliary Detachment is Mortarion, who knows Plague Wind, Miasma of Pestilence and Curse of the Leper, and he is the Warlord for this force.
So just to mention, Aaron Allen runs the Rubicon painting service, so you can, I'll put a link in the video description below, but he's painted this army up here and he takes on commission work, so by all means if you're looking for commission work to be done, then get in contact with him over on the website. So that's Aaron's list here. It's not been beaten yet this season. Terrifying army here. One Space Marine chapter after the next has been sent in against them. We've seen the Imperial Fists fighting against the Death Guard here. They've tried and failed to stop them. So too have the Space Wolves. And the Blood Angels have attacked once here and have been beaten off as well. Even though they slew Mortarion, it wasn't enough in the game over on the Plus channel. But the second chance for them here is it this time that we'll witness a Space Marine chapter defeat this Death Guard army. We'll have to see here in this fight. A lot of pressure in this game. It should make for a high intensity game of 40k. We'll go on to scenario and deployment next. Okay, so we have a scenario here. It's been randomly determined from Chapter Approved 2018, 17 and the regular 40k rulebook. We've gone to the rulebook this time. It's Eternal War and it's the Scouring. So 6 objectives on the board here. Spearhead Assault is the deployment zone. So Aaron's Death Guard will be at this end, fighting end to end here on this table, and then the Blood Angels will be at this end of the table here. Each objective, there's 6 of them on the table. One here, well inside the Blood Angels deployment zone. A second one just there inside the Blood Angels deployment zone as well. One here in the middle of the table, almost just outside Blood Angels deployment zone. One just there in no man's land. One just here, getting closer to the Death Guard deployment zone, and then one just on the outside, across the other side of the board. Each objective is worth 2 victory points here at the end of the game to whoever controls it. One of the objectives, after we've set up, it will be randomly determined. One of the objectives will be a superior objective, be worth 4 victory points, and then one of them will be an inferior objective worth just 1. Slay the Warlord, First Blood and Linebreaker also available in this game. So armies here, both armies really be focused on trying to destroy each other as quickly as possible, and then thinking about getting onto these objectives towards the end of the game. That's the aim of this scenario here. It's the rulebook here, so it will be alternating placing units on the board. So we'll start deploying our units next. So just to mention the battle mat that we're using in this game, it's from gamemat.eu, and then also a lot of the terrain, using the industrial terrain set here, and I've been painting it up and adding my own colour scheme to it here. There's a tutorial for that here on YouTube, and you can see some of them have these Imperial posters on them as well. You can see on the containers and so on. There's a tutorial for that on YouTube here as well. But check out gamemat.eu. They supply a good amount and a good variety of battle mats for your games of 40k, and they do terrain sets available from them also. Alright, so deployment's complete here for both sides. Blood Angels finished deploying first here. We'll just cover their deployment. So this Stormraven gunship just here, deploying in this corner, ready to move off quickly here. Terminator's Chaplain and Sanguinary Priest inside that one. Then over in the other corner, the other Stormraven gunship. Now that holds a transport capacity of 12, so we've actually put the Sanguinary Guard inside the Stormraven gunship. They count as 2 models each for transportation, so 12 in total, so they can fit inside the Stormraven gunship. I haven't done that before, but there's a good range distance here, so I think we'll not be destroyed even if we go second here in this fight. That means that we can fly in, not have to use deep strike here. A bit unorthodox, but we'll try this out here in this fight. The teleport home I've placed just there for the Terminators. Unit of scouts, so the unit of the heavy bolter. Then my characters deploying right up to the tip of the spearhead assault here. So Sanguinor, Lazarus Dawnhammer, Smash Captain, Terminator Librarian, and also the Librarian Dreadnought just to the right hand side of them. And then infiltrating in 2 units of scouts here, just hiding behind this line of sight blocking terrain. Just whilst we're talking about terrain here, it's all line of sight blocking terrain that we're playing. This building here for unit is entirely upstairs here, they will get the benefit of cover, and that is about it for cover purposes here, but mostly it's just line of sight blocking terrain being used here in this fight. And then you can see the Death Guard making their deployment, aggressive deployment from them, with a screen of Poxwalkers out the front. So Plague Burst Crawler here, and then also on this right hand flank as well, unit of Poxwalkers to the right, centre, and then left. Also Plague Marines units spread out as well, one on this extreme left hand side, one here, and then one on the right hand side. There, you can't miss him. There's Mortarion here in the centre of the table, so you can expect, or centre of deployment here, so you can expect a bit of a character clash here in the centre of the board. We'll see who prevails in this fight that we know must take place at some point here in the game. Typhus just behind Mortarion. Yeah, Noxious Blightbringer here, Malignant Plaguecaster just next to Mortarion on his left. Yeah, one other unit, and that's off the board. It's the Lord of Contagion. He's off table, ready to arrive by deep strike turn 2 onwards, anywhere on the table, as long as he's more than 9 inches away from enemy units. So deployment complete here for both sides. Before we roll off to see who goes first, we'll randomise to see which is the inferior and the superior objective. So I may as well roll this on camera here. Aaron can roll up. That's going to be 1, that objective there. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. This is for the superior objective. This is worth 4 points here. Aaron has rolled a 4. It's that objective. Interesting here. Okay, worth 4 points. Then roll a dice again, reroll any 4s, and this is for the inferior objective, one that's worth only 1 point here. It's 4 again. Okay, I'll let Aaron roll again.
This dice likes a 4.
Still a 4. A 5. That one. Interesting. So objectives here, 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 and here worth 2. This one's worth 1. That one's worth 4. It's a bit of incentive for Blood Angels to protect their own back line here. So both sides psyched up to slam into each other in this fight, but that's going to be the superior objective here in this game. Right, so objectives have been determined. It's now a case of rolling off to see who goes first. Blood Angels did finish deploying first here, so they all get +1. So Aaron, will, after you, sir, you can roll up. Rolls a respectable 4, but the Blood Angels roll a 1. Okay. We'll try and seize initiative. Wouldn't mind going first here. Another one. We've got to get these out of our system here as early as possible. All right, Blood Angels don't go first. We deployed aggressively, hoping to go first here, but compensating to some degree for going second, which is the case here. Blood Angels will have to wait and see what the Death Guard decide to do. How aggressive are they going to play? I'd imagine they're going to head straight towards the Blood Angels here. We'll watch Mortarion with interest. One thing for sure in this fight, Mortarion must die. Alright, so we are on turn 1 here, and Aaron's about to start his move. Just at this stage, I mentioned the Patreons here. So I've set up a Patreon page. It's for SSWG Wargames Club, so a local wargaming club, and I've set that page up just to support them. So if you want to give your support to our local club to help it keep going, and they use the funds for new terrain projects and so on, then check out Patreon and just look up Striking Scorpion 82, and the details will be on that page there. Marcus Anthony and Paul Cook, thanks to them for their gold level support, and you can see the silver level supporters in the end credits of the video. So a good spread of objectives across the table here in this game, but both armies have got to collide somewhere, and then whoever emerges from that fight victorious can then start to spread out onto the objectives. Both sides have some fast and hard-hitting characters here. Blood Angels have sort of a multiple mix here. Sanguinor, Lazarus Stormhammer, and also Librarian Dreadnought's quick enough as well if the psychic powers go off. So that's the hard-hitting close combat units. Then really all three of those rolled into one is Mortarion just there, the Primarch for this Chaos Space Marine army here. So we'll watch with interest where he goes. Usually it's aggressive with him. Aaron knows he needs to get a move on with Mortarion, especially with these Stormraven gunships in the sky that'll be able to lay some firepower down onto this Primarch. We'll watch here with interest to see where the Death Guard decide to go. Looks like forwards at the moment is the command. Right, so movement is complete here for the Death Guard. Plague Burst Crawler on the right-hand side has remained stationary, so too is the one in the middle. Poxwalkers have advanced, so too have these Plague Marines onto this objective here. Mortarions jumped up on top of the terrain piece here at 12 inches, moved by him. Hasn't advanced, so potential of a charge is available from the Primarch here. Then back here, Typhus has moved up. Noxious Blightbringer and Malignant Plaguecaster as well moved up. Also, Poxwalkers surging ahead. Then these moving up to the containers. Plague Marines advancing. They were back here, so an advance move made by them. And then these moving up also. So general advance here from the Death Guard. That's their style. And Mortarion dead centre and ahead of the rest of the army here. So that's movement done. We'll go on to Psychic Phase next here for the Death Guard on turn 1. Okay. Psychic phase complete. Aaron's just putting some wounds onto Mortarion here, but I'll explain what's been going on. So a successful smite down here, took out 3 of the scouts. Then that was a command reroll used for that. Yes, it was a 4. Aaron rerolled a 1, and it got a 9. We didn't try and block it, and 3 mortal wounds caused. So that was the command reroll used up. Then here, this was Curse of the Leper. Caused 1 wound here on the scouts. I've taken the sergeant off, wouldn't usually, but it's only the sergeant that can be seen by the Plague Burst Crawler across here, so it's going to deny a bit of firepower against these scouts. They're acting as a screen for my characters, so just trying to think of ways of keeping the models alive for as long as possible. Then Blades of Putrefaction and Putrescent Vitality all cast onto this unit of Poxwalkers. There's Strength 5, Toughness 5 now in total, apparently, with Typhus nearby. So, souped up Poxwalkers here. And then saving Mortarion until last. It was Miasma of Pestilence has gone. Oh, Cursed Leper went off here. We tried to block it and failed. Then Miasma of Pestilence, Aaron rolled double 6. It perilled. The power goes off still, but Aaron took 2 mortal wounds. Would have been 3. But 1 disgustingly resilient roll was passed. So Mortarion down to 16 wounds here. Blood Angels would be happy for any wounds to come through against that Primarch. So Psychic Phase is complete. We'll go on to Shooting Phase next. Death Guard do have some firepower available. So Aaron firing the Lantern here from Mortarion. It's going against this unit of Scouts.
Okay. So 2 hits, strength 8. So when they got 2,
yeah.
minus 3 damage.
Right, Scout dead. Okay, so we'll remove this one just here. Okay, so I'll just mark that up with 2 casualties. They're acting as a screen. They're half destroyed already. There's 5 of them left. If Aaron can clear those, he can start getting through to the characters. Dangerous situation potentially here for the Blood Angels. Mostly obscured, though, from much of the firepower. Here's infantry of mostly advanced, but the mortars are available from these Plague Burst Crawlers if he elects to go after the scouts here. Right, so shooting is limited, actually. The firepower, these have assault weapons. They can shoot, but they can't see these, and therefore can't get to these characters. That nullifies their firepower. The Plague Burst Crawler in this corner can't see these scouts. The only thing that's going to shoot at them is the mortar here. So D6 shots available. The rest of the weapons can't shoot. They can't actually see a target.
Okay, 6.
6 shots is good. They can see these characters, but they can't shoot at them because of this scout screen here at the moment.
So this is 4s?
4s, yeah. Aaron remains stationary.
Okay, so
3 hits. It's 2s to wound. He might wipe them out here.
Rerolling.
It's a plague weapon. Okay.
So it's 3 wounds and -2.
6 is to save, otherwise this squad will be wiped out here. No, they're gone. So unit of scouts has been destroyed. Flushed out here by the mortar from the Plague Burst Crawler. So that's good shooting there. The next mortar, again, the only target really that... Well, he can go for other targets, but he's going to try and take out the scouts here to entirely remove this screen. This is perfectly doable here. D6 shots from the mortar.
4.
It's 4, okay, this is good. 4s for hits, only 2 of them to try and bring down.
Yep.
Oh, no, this is good firepower.
All wounded?
All wounded. And it's 6s, I need a 666. Almost. But they have been wiped out as well. Now, what happens now? Characters are now available if there's anything that can see and shoot at them.
Yeah, just about like half an inch.
Okay.
Yeah.
We reckon there's nothing that can fire at these characters. Blood Angel's running it tight here for obscuring these characters. So scout screen has sort of worked. It's taken the other firepower to get them cleared out of the way, so the characters have been protected. 2 units of scouts destroyed. First blood picked up here, so Aaron will secure himself 1 victory point, at least here in this game, and the scout screen at the front has been removed. So pretty effective, but the nasty element of this Blood Angels force, and quite importantly, the Storm Raven gunships intact here at this stage. Now with the screen removed, we reckon it's about a 10-inch charge that Aaron needs if he does desire to charge into the Blood Angels characters here at this stage. We could see a turn 1 character showdown. Okay, game's taking a bit of a twist here on turn 1. Aaron needs a 10-inch charge to reach the captain, 11-inch charge will reach the characters, but he'll declare against all 3 of these. Can't declare against the Dreadnought, they're out of range, so not able to declare against the Librarian Dreadnought, but we could see a very early clash here of these characters, depending on Aaron rolls. No pressure. You'd like to charge him first, but 10 is tough enough. He's rolled a 4 and a 2. So he could command reroll if he rolls a 6. It's a 1 in 6 chance. He's got 7 command points left. Blood Angels have 7, by the way, as well. So we're on an equal amount of command points here at this stage. You could risk it for a 6 to get that charge off. It's unlikely, but it's possible. 1 in 6 chance. It's a tough choice for sure.
He's definitely going to thump then, that's true.
He may well be charged, yeah. Blood Angels, I don't think, can resist the temptation to charge in, and they will make it in. They have those units that can fly, so tough choice though. Good stage here. It was a good stage for these characters to fight it out. It would look good here, but just letting the camera roll here and capturing Aaron's brain processing all of the options. It's going to go for it. Okay, fair enough. Important roll here. If you get the 6. Oh, it's a 5. And it's definitely a 10-inch charge needed. We've both of us have checked it here, so it's not going to quite be enough. I could gentlemanly edge forwards an inch to meet you.
Could, yes.
Yeah, but no thanks, no. Okay. I think that's the end of the turn then. All right, turn 1 finishes then with an attempted charge. It falls 1 inch short of reaching the Blood Angels here. We'll switch over to their turn 1 coming up next. They've lost their front screen of scouts, but their characters and Storm Raven gunships loaded up with nasty units as well, all poised and ready to strike. Militarum's presented himself here on this stage. We'll see if the Blood Angels can step up to the challenge. We'll go on to turn 1 for them next. Okay, movement complete here. Blood Angels reacting aggressively here to the Death Guard. So Lazarus Stormhammer's gone up onto the platform here pretty much by himself. A Stormraven gunship here. It's got the Sanguinary Guard inside. They've accompanied him as well. And keeping both these Stormraven gunships within 6 inches of the captain to grant reroll 1s for our shooting. Librarian Dreadnought's moved up 6. 5 inches here with the Terminator Librarian as well. Just pushed him back an inch because I moved him 6. He's meant to go 5 as a Terminator model. These have remained exactly where they are. They're just going to try and hang around here, may use them later on to hold on to objectives. The Sanguinor's moved, instead of going up, he's going to cross this time. Might be able to get a charge off against the Plague Marines just here. Then this Stormraven gunship, remember there's the Terminators inside, the Sanguinary Priest, and the Chaplain available as well. So we've moved them to the middle part of the table here. So whatever happens to the Stormraven gunship, the Terminators have been moved across the table successfully. So that's movement done here. It's quite a lean army here for the Blood Angels, but it's mean enough if they're able to deliver their attacks against the right targets. We do have a line-up here for these two warlords to face off against each other, and it's nicely staged here on top of this terrain. So movement is complete. This is a very eventful turn 1 here in this fight. We'll go on to Psychic Phase. Blood Angels do have Psychers of their own. We'll go on to their Psychic Phase next. Okay, tough choices here. I'm going to try and smite Mortarion with the Terminator Librarian. I'll place. Aaron fouled his, I fouled mine. For smite needing a 5. Command point to reroll. No, I'm going to have to let it go. That's painful. Okay, so no smite comes through from him. We'll try and go for Unleash Rage next, which is an extra attack. We'll try and grant it to the captain, just to give him an extra bonus attack here. So Unleash Rage is a 6. Goes off on a 10. Okay, Aaron can deny if he so wishes. Need an 11 here. No, alright, so an extra attack granted to Lazarus Stormhammer. So Librarian Dreadnought then, we'll go for the Quickening here, so that's extra attacks, needing a 7. Goes off on a 9, and we'll try and deny this one as well.
Nope.
No, so that goes through. So he's souped up here, but can he move across the table is the question. Wings of Sanguinius. This is what I've been saving my command reroll for. It's an 8. All right, respectable enough. I can't reroll that one. We'll leave it 8 to beat. I've got a bad feeling about this, but we'll see.
Nope.
4. No, all right, goes off. Okay, so we can move the Dreadnought again. Okay, so I've moved in here. Difficult choices where to go. The Quickening, it's unbelievable here. It's D3 extra attacks, +3 to advance and charge rolls as well. He's moved 12 as well, Wings of Sanguinius, and that grants him reroll charges also. So complete psycho, this Dreadnought here. Very, very quick across the board if the powers are able to be manifested. I've shifted him this direction. I was tempted to send him out into the middle of the Death Guard lines there, but then he'll lose the protection of being a character, and he'll be picked off quite easily to a degree, so I want to try and keep him behind the protection of these Stormraven gunships if I can. So he's shifted off across in this direction, and it's virtually an auto charge here, just with +3 to his charge rolls against these Plague Marines. Okay, Psychic Phase complete. Not too bad here for the Blood Angels so far. Their firepower is going to be important. That's coming up next. Right, so first shot then. Librarian Dreadnought, he hasn't advanced, so we're going to fire his Melter Gun into Mortarion. A 4 to hit because of Miasma of Pestilence. It's a 3, typical. It has to be a 3, doesn't it? Okay, so it's worked, the power's worked, and the shot has missed. Not going to command reroll. We'll go for a crack grenade from the captain, actually. That hits, it's 2s -1. A 5 to wound. No. We'll do a crack grenade from the Sanguinor. Why not? Missed. Reroll 1s for the captain. Oh dear. Okay, so that's missed as well. Just firing some smaller shots here. We'll go for a non-supercharged shot here from... Well, that's range 12, actually. We'll get 2 shots from the Librarian. Needing 4s. With the Plasma, that hits. Strength 7, Toughness 7. 4s to wound. Double 6. Nice one from the Librarian. Okay. 4+ in 1 saves.
Make 1.
I'll make through. And a 5+... disgustingly resilient, which Aaron rolls a 6. Okay, so 0 damage coming from there. Okay, so those can't see, because Aaron tried to see earlier on if he could see them with Mortarion. He couldn't, so the scouts will not be able to shoot to anybody. So I think now all that we have left is the 2 Stormraven gunships. Right, so top Stormraven gunship here. Going to put all the Hurricane Bolters into the Plasma Gun team there. of the Plague Marines, and then all of the heavy weapons have to go into Mortarion. Okay, so 2 laser cannon shots first. 4s will be hits. Double 1. Lazarus Stormhammer will redirect the firepower here. And misses. Not a good start. Okay, 2 melter shots, needing 4s. 1's hit. Reroll 1s. Good. Thank you, Lazarus. Nice. Toughness 7. 3s to wound. And I'm going to come... Come on, reroll. Boy. No, boy. Yeah, go on then. Oh, man, this is painful. Come on, reroll. 3+. It does go through. Veritas Vitae. We've kept the command point for this round. Okay. 4+. Invuln saves. Oh, yeah. Wasted, Aaron's. That's passed both. Good dice rolling so far. 2 rocket shots. Needing 4s. 1 hits. Strength 8 again. The wound does come through. 4+ Invuln save. See how long Aaron can keep this up for. No, it's got through. Command me writes 3 damage if it makes it through.
No, we'll keep it.
Okay. Disgustingly resilient next then. Needing 5s.
Make 1.
Next one. Okay, drops to 14 wounds now. Just roll that D10 over. So some damage coming through. Nowhere near enough to bring Mortarion down. Hurricane Bolters next. Okay, so going into the Plague Marines. Needing 3s now. Back to 3s. And again, we can reroll 1s for the captain. That's helped a little bit. But there's a lot of 2s here. Okay. So that's the hits. 5s to wound though. Strength 4, toughness 5. It's not bad though. 6 saves required of 3+. Just see these are higher value than Poxwalkers. Oh no. And disgustingly resilient, please don't pass it. Oh, almost. Okay. We've managed to bring 1 Plague Marine down. Exceptionally good dice rolling here from Aaron. And that's keeping those Plague Marines alive. Do we change target? We've got the second Storm Raven to fire. Firepower's been not particularly effective. To think about this one. Okay. What we're going to do is I'm going to fire everything, including the Hurricane Bolters, into Mortarion. He's toughness 7, strength 4, so might be able to 3-up save, might be able to get some wounds against him. So we'll do these first. Again, rerolling 1s for the captain, but it's 4s for our hits, so we're just going to take away these ones here. So those are the hits, not bad. And there's another 1. 5s for wounds. Yeah, it's not particularly good. Well, it's alright, there's 4. I knocked that dice over, it's just 4. Okay. 3+. 1's made it through. Disgustingly resilient.
Nope.
Got a wound. Alright, so wound picked off there from Hurricane Bolters. Every wound helps here against Mortarion. 2 laser cannon shots. That's a miss. 3s to wound. The wound comes through. 4-up Invuln save. This is quite an important roll here. No, this will be D6 damage if you want to command reroll this one.
I think I will.
Okay, Aaron down to 5 command points left. He's got the 6, well done. Okay, twin multi-melter shots now. Missed and hit. 3s for a wound. The wound comes through. 4-up. This is important actually, this roll here.
Nope.
It's the 1, it's made it through. It's 2d6, yes, within 12. 2d6 choosing the best. We'll take the 3. And now disgustingly resilient rolls. See if we can pick off a couple more wounds.
2 more.
Pick off 2 more wounds. It's a grinding process here, trying to knock Mortarion down. He's down to 12. 2 rocket shots next. Reroll this one. Missed. And that is the end of that. Mortarion still stands defiant. Nowhere near destroyed here. 12 wounds remaining. It's a big effort that Lazarus Stormhammer is going to have to make here against this Death Guard Primarch. Okay, that's shooting phase complete. A bit disappointing here for Blood Angels, finding it difficult to hit targets, difficult to wound, and then Invuln saves, disgustingly resilient and so on, helping to keep this Primarch well and truly alive. We'll go on to charges and Overwatch next. Okay, so charges are taking place. I've pinned a lot on the captain here. It may be too much for him to try and bring Mortarion down. We'll see, because he's going to be on -2 to his hit rolls, -1 for the Thunderhammer, and -1 for Miasma of Pestilence as well. But anyway, he's charged in, no overwatch because of Angel's Wings. He's not taking any damage from Mortarion. We've charged down here with the Sanguinor and the Dreadnoughts charged in, both of them charging against the Poxwalkers and the Plague Marines on this side, taking no damage from overwatch. One save was required actually, which we passed with the Sanguinor. He charged first. So charges have taken place. So it's a case now of picking a combat. I think we must fight with the captain first to make sure he gets a chance at causing some damage here against Mortarion. We'll calculate the number of attacks he gets. There's some bonuses going on here which will bump up his attacks. We've played Red Rampage. We're going to play Red Rampage here for 1 command point. So we've now got 6 left, and that'll give him D3 extra attacks here. Okay, so 4 attacks to the captain. He gets an extra one because the Sanguinor's nearby, and he gets another attack because of being Death Company on the charge, because we played Death Visions of Sanguinius for him, and then Red Rampage being played here, an extra D3 attacks. Oh, what's this? Unleash Rage, another attack from the Librarian. A good stack here, plus D3. I'll take that. That's 2 more attacks coming through. I think that's the most number of attacks he's ever had. 9 attacks from the captain. So it's going to be 2s to hit. We're going to apply the modifiers here. This is not so good here. We'll we'll do a reroll for this one for being the captain. Okay. Death to Mortarion gets an extra 2 attacks. No. Okay. So that's what we're looking at here. It's not a very good roll. I could command reroll an attack here. Boy, oh boy. Yeah, no. Oh boy, this is tough. We'll leave it. We'll try and make sure the wounds go through. Okay, so 3s to wound. Oh dear, this is bad. Look away, everyone. The captain's dropped his hammer here. We'll command reroll this one. 3+. 2 have made it through. Okay, so we will take away command points down to 5. Can't regain that back with Veritas Vitae because we've already used that this turn. 4+. Invulner saves to make here. Mortarion will survive.
Nope.
Aaron's failed both. He can command reroll one of those if he wishes. Otherwise, it will be 6 damage coming through. Then Aaron will have Disgustingly Resilient available. So we're both burning through command points here at this stage. Yeah. It's half a chance to block it. He's going to go for it. Okay, so it's 4+.
Yep.
Let's roll to 6. Okay. Disgustingly Resilient rolls. I think Aaron's going to be happy with the result here. Doesn't pass any. So down to 9. Okay, Mortarion's half slain, but he's half alive at the same time. So does Aaron want to interrupt play? Okay, so Aaron will interrupt play. He's just reminded me of host of plays. That's not going to affect anything around here.
No, because
you can't slay anyone. No, okay. So Stormraven Gunship can be hit by that.
Yeah.
4+.
Nope.
The good captain.
Nope.
Oh, he's escaped. The Sanguinor's in range.
No.
Oh, everyone's going to survive. No, I think we pre-measured this one or checked it earlier on. It is in range, so Aaron can roll 4+ for that one. There you have a Stormraven.
No. Okay. Nothing.
Everyone's escaped by miracle here. Okay. So interrupting play. There's little point using Mortarion at this stage because no one else can attack him. So it's these Plague Marines down here. All the Poxwalkers, Aaron can use them to fight against these 2 Blood Angels characters. Yeah, so Aaron is interrupting play here. He's going to play Veterans of the Long War on these also, +1 to their wound rolls. Piling move's been made. He's going to go after the Dreadnought here. He's going to try and saturate it with attacks. 13 models, 26 attacks. 26 attacks he's going to get. It's +1 to hit rolls because of the size of the unit, and then +1 to the wound rolls of Veterans of the Long War. Just going to try and saturate the Dreadnought wounds here before it gets to fight.
Hitting on 4s?
Yeah, 4s for hits. So it's about average here. I guess she'll be on 4s to wound.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not bad. I think he's going to cause some wounds here against the Dreadnought. There's its cards. Just tuck those in at the back.
3, 4.
4 wounds come through. 3 up saves. Just a bit of pride at stake here for taking wounds. Oh dear. 2 wounds taken on the Dreadnought from the Poxwalkers. Okay, it survived, but some damage has been taken. Okay, so difficult one there. Trying to cause as many wounds as possible, but only 2 have come through. We're going to fight now the Dreadnought. Going to put its attacks into the Plague Marines. 3 attacks, then plus D3 for the quickening. 3 more. This is nasty hit from this Dreadnought. It's going to be 2s to hit. Looks bad, but only 1's missed. And then it's going to be 2s to wound. Fighting at strength 10. 4 have made it through. We're going to use the Force Halberds. It's AP -4 and straight 3 damage. So Aaron's going to go down to discuss the resilient rolls here. So the first one, 3 to make, needing 5s. Almost. Oh, 2 5s and a 3. Okay, the next one. Again, 3 dice. This is the...
Nope.
No. Okay, the next one. It's unlikely and you're going to survive. Cool, close again. 6 and 5 and a 3. And then the last one. No, alright, so the Force Halberd plunges into 4 of the Plague Marines here and 4 of them brought down. Okay, so the Sanguinor here, moving in next. Aaron's removed casualties from the front rank. So the Sanguinor can't reach the last of the Plague Marines just over there, so he has to go into the Poxwalkers. So he gets 5 attacks, then +1 for his own bubble. 2s to hit. 2s to wound, strength 6. Toughness 3. Okay, and then it goes straight through. It's disgusting resilient. It's D3 damage a time. So the first one is 3.
One dead.
Next one is 2.
That's
Double
dead.
5. Survived. 2 again.
Nope.
And the last one's just 1. So 5 up. Past that one. 2 casualties caused. Right, so we're just checking back through the footage there. Just remembering for Blood Angels, we are on +1 to our wound rolls when we charge. So this fight here against Mortarion is not quite resolved. I'm going to restore a command point because I made a command reroll which I didn't need to. It was a 4 and 2 2s. And then Aaron needs to pass 1 more 4+ invuln save here to straighten this all out, which he does. Fine. All right, so we're all square now. And blast, he blocked that one as well. Okay, right. So Mortarion's still at 9. And all combat's resolved. So that's it, isn't it? Because Poxwalkers have done their attacks already. We've done our attacks down here. And, oh no, I forgot, sorry. Yeah, Mortarion gets to fight back. Okay. Can the captain survive is the question. He's got a 3+ invuln save. That'll help. We'll see what Aaron decides to use. Will you be the scythe? You can go for the lots of attacks option or the heavier damage option here. So, what's the name of this one here?
This is the Eviscerating Blow.
Eviscerating Blow. Here it comes. It's going to be 2s to hit.
Rerolling 1s.
Rerolling 1s. Oh no, stop. Death to the False Emperor. He's got 666. Oh no, poor captain.
Reroll that.
Reroll 1s, yeah.
There we go.
Dear.
And 2s.
2s to wound. Captain's in big trouble.
Yep. Okay, that's 9.
9.
-4 for invuln.
Down to invuln save 3+. Need a miracle here. There it is. I'm just going to roll them all together. Ah, no. Okay. So if I command reroll one of these, because my command rerolls come back this phase, that'll be 3d6 damage,
Yes.
which I'll die. So I'm just going to have to let Lazarus go and hope that he resurrect. No, he's not going to resurrect. He's just going to have to die and fight before he's removed from play. Oh, this is painful. 4d6 damage. It's okay. 16 damage in total. 5 pluses to ignore. It's an heroic attempt, but Lazarus is long gone, so he can be removed from play. But before he does, only in death does duty end. We may as well play it. The slim chance, no, it's not slim, but it's going to be tough. 9 wounds required to try and bring Mortarion down. See if Lazarus can do it here with his fun damage. He's going to fight again before he's removed from play. Massive pressure here. Only in death does duty end. If we don't bring Mortarion down, he's going to be free to go on the rampage amongst my Storm Raven gunships. Oh boy, this is nasty stuff. Okay, so 4 attacks. Sanguinor's moved away. so we don't get that extra attack. We do get red rampage. We did charge this turn, so we get that as well. And it's the D3 attacks for the phase, which is 2. So 8 attacks for the captain. So it's for the duration of the fight phase. See that 2 sticks onto this round of attacks here. So 4s. He's saying goodbye in style here. Reroll this one. Dropped it on the floor. Reroll this one. Come on. No. Okay. 6 have made it through. He charged this turn. It's 2s to wound. Oh, they've all wounded except 1. Okay. 5. This is doable here. And your command reroll's been used this phase. Has it?
It was, yes.
This is it, Aaron. This is big. This is a big roll here. Oh boy. No pressure.
I passed, that was a 5, so passed 3 of them, so 2.
He survived. He's done it. Well done.
And many damage at 6.
3 a time. Yeah, so... Oh, it was a good roll. God. Bit of pressure there. Militarion could have been brought down. And he's now rolled 2. Okay. 4 wounds taken. That's not that bad. Lazarus can be removed from play. And he's caused significant damage here against Militarion. Down to 5 wounds left on this Death Guard Primarch. Okay, the captain's gone. But he's left the battlefield here. Well, not left the battlefield, he's been hacked to pieces. But it's left Militarion in a sorry state here. It's down to 5 wounds remaining. So even the great Primarch here teeters at death's door here at this stage. Aaron's not consolidated, happy to sit where he is, and free to move off next turns. The turn finishes here. A lot's taken place. So much has taken place here on turn 1. Mortal combat taking place here on top of this building. It's Death Guard that have prevailed. Militarion has slain Lazarus Dawnhammer. He is out of this game, and now Militarion is free to move off, although gravely wounded here in this fight. Turn 1 finishes. I'd say the Death Guard are... They're ahead, I think, because it's going to be their turn next. A chance for them to strike back against Blood Angels. Perhaps Blood Angels more vulnerable now at this stage. The captain's gone. Militarion alive, and these 2 Stormraven gunships could well be in trouble. But we'll see. We'll go on to the second turn now for the Death Guard Chaos Space Marines. Okay, so Aaron's going to move here. Again, watching with interest to see where Militarion goes. Is his movement slowed down now for his damage? Or?
Yeah, he's 10 inches.
10 inches, still quick enough. And he can jump up and down and so on. So, no, and he's well positioned here. He's in the middle of these 2 flyers here for Blood Angels. Remember, though, Blood Angels flyers are loaded up with units here. There's Terminators inside this one, Chaplain and Sanguinary Priest. And there's Sanguinary Guard inside this Stormraven. So both of them have content here. They're not damaged anyway. So there's wounds to strip away from these if Aaron wants to try and get through to the units that are inside. So, yeah, Poxwalkers will give Aaron an hour or so to to move these around. So plenty of movement here to go. But we'll watch with interest to see where the Death Guard decide to move. Okay, movement for the Death Guard here. Lord of Contagion's turned up, and look at the objective. It's the 4-point objective here. That's his mission, and he's landed exactly where he needs to be. The only thing stopping him here, resisting him at least, will be the scouts here. Oh dear, stop fed. All right, so and line breaker as well. This guy's very important here in this game, so good choice of placing him in reserve. And continuing on in close combat, 2 Plague Marines moving up. Looks like they're going to try and join in the combat there against the Sanguinaur and the Dreadnought. Typhus moving up as well, poised to charge. Mortarion's not moved here, happy to sit where he is. I think he's going to go after this Stormraven gunship. Advanced move made here with the Poxwalkers, so they'll not be able to charge. They can't advance and charge them. No, all right, so Librarian's safe for now. Then around here, trying to maximise their ballistic skill, the 2 Plague Burst Crawlers. No need for them to move, so sat where they are. These have moved a little bit. Poxwalkers holding here. And then this unit, Plague Marines, has advanced, sweeping around this left-hand flank. And you can see the Malignant Plaguecaster moving up behind the Poxwalkers, and the Noxious Blightbringer moving up as well. Okay, so that's movement done here for the Death Guard. Looking healthy enough from them. It's always looking good when Mortarion's still alive. We'll go on to Psychic Phase for them next. So Mortarion is going to try and cast Miasma of Pestilence, -1 to the hit rolls here.
Goes off on 9.
Right, I must resist this. I'll try and resist with the Librarian. 10! Got it! Oh, if only we got it on the other turn. It makes such a difference. Okay, so that's not gone off. Mortarion's not protected by that. Smite next. This will go into the Stormraven gunship if it goes off.
11.
11, that's going to be d6 damage. I'm going to try... Oh,
Okay.
double 6. No, I've got to let it go through. Yeah, I could play Armour of Contempt, possibly. Yeah, it's when I suffer a mortal wound. So we'll see what Aaron rolls here and then make a decision. If he rolls a 5 or a 6, I might have to use this. Just the one. Okay, so 1 wound taken down to 13 here on the Stormraven gunship. Next is Typhus. Going to go for Smite into the Sanguinaur. This could hurt if it goes off here. Yeah. 9. Yeah, boy. Yeah, I will try and resist that. See if we can roll another 10. I'll use the Librarian Dreadnought here. Close enough, and we will... Oh, I need nice. We'll let it go. D3 damage.
3.
Oh, ouch. Sanguinaur's gravely wounded here. Has been smitten.
Needs putrefaction.
Okay, you're free to roll these now. I've got no more ability to resist. Sanguinaur's half slain here. Another angel's being brought down here by the Death Guard.
Needs putrefaction on himself.
Almost a peril. There's a 3 being rolled in total.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll leave that. So then this guy is going to go for...
This is the Malignant Plaguecaster next.
Putrescent Vitality on these guys again.
Yeah, onto the Poxwalkers. Perils, oh. You've got a command me roll still available if you want to use it, or you can just take the damage.
Yeah, I'll take the damage. Does go.
A couple of perils so far in this game. 2 wounds taken. Disgustingly resilient, I suppose he gets that.
Yes,
yeah.
Makes 1 on.
Makes 1. Well done. Just 1 wound taken on the Malignant Plaguecaster.
And finally Smite then on this guy.
Okay. That's it. 5 needed. Ooh.
This will be a 7.
Yes, because it's been manifested a couple of times already. No, fair enough. Okay, yeah. Okay, so... Yeah, that power will go off, though, from earlier. Putrescent Vitality on the Poxwalkers. Psychic Phase complete. Not too bad here. Pretty good, actually. Sanguinaur half slain here with a decent smite coming through. But Mortarion, no minus to the hit rolls against him. That may well prove useful for Blood Angels if we have any units that survive on to the next turn. All right, so we'll go on to Shooting Phase next. I think the eyes are on the Stormraven gunships to see how much... damage. No, I think this one's dead. It's going to be slain in the combat phase. We'll see if this one can survive the firepower that will inevitably come through here against it. Mortarion's Lantern then. He's going after the Stormraven as the target, but it's going to cross the Sanguinaur and also the Librarian Dreadnought.
So roll to hit, 1 and 2. Reroll himself. So that's a hit. So then I make a wound roll for each of the target units.
Yes.
So it's strength 8. So Stormraven, first of all.
Yeah, 3's to wound.
So that's a wound. -3.
Okay. 6 up save. No.
3 damage.
3 damage. There's nothing I can do. Okay, good play. So down to 11 wounds. This is a good start here from the Death Guard, so we'll just mark this up. 11 wounds. Okay, Librarian Dreadnought.
That's a wound.
Yep.
-3.
6. No, that's 3 damage as well. God, that lantern's horrific. Everything that Mortarion does is deadly. Sanguinary. He's wounded. 4+ infon save. Passed. Yes. Okay. Okay, so decent firepower coming through. 11 wounds here, 13 on this one. It's the Plague Burst Crawlers. I've got my eye on here to see how much damage they can potentially cause. Yeah, plasma pistol from the Noxious Blightbringer. This is against the Storm Raven.
Yep.
That's a hit. It's a 4 to wound.
It's a wound.
Yep. 6 up save. No, so wound taken. Down to 12.
Okay, into the Firestorm Raven. They are within 24.
Sure, just going after the Storm Raven here. 2 plasma shots, needing 4s.
That's 1 hit.
4s for a wound.
No wound.
Oh, okay, so that's that middle unit of Plague Marines.
3 bolters in as well,
Just a bit of bolter fire here.
No.
Nothing, okay.
Okay.
Oh yes, because they moved, so you're not getting your extra shots there for bolter discipline. Okay. Blight launchers from the squad on the far side of the table going after the central Storm Raven gunship, needing 5s.
2.
And needing 5s again.
Nope.
Nothing for them. Okay. And a few bolter shots to come through as well. Oh, they advanced, didn't they?
Yeah, advanced, yes.
Yes, okay.
Reroll that one, sorry, because it's a plague weapon.
This is for wounding, yep.
No.
Okay.
Okay, so now we're on to Plague Burst Crawlers.
Plague Burst Crawlers, here they come. So,
Okay, so this guy over here, everything into that Firestorm Raven.
okay, here it comes. So, entropy cannons.
Yeah.
5s for hits here, because it's hard to hit target. Got the hit, this is good. 3s to wound. No. Oh, down. It's 3 command points left, so Aaron could go for a command reroll.
So I'm going to.
Just going to go for it. 3+.
No.
No, it's not made it through. Interesting result here. D6 shots with the mortar.
3.
It's 3. Again, needing 5s.
Got 1.
Yep. 3s for a wound.
Yep.
And it's -2. So we'll take a 5 up save. We'll have to be able to pass this one if we can. No, D3 damage.
3.
Gosh, good result. Very good result. Down to 8 all of a sudden on this Storm Raven gunship. It's still alive, but wounds starting to drop off here. Heavy slugger here. 4s for this one. Oh no, still
5.
Still 5, sorry.
Yeah. So 2 and
5s to wound.
5s to wound. Nothing.
Okay.
Okay, and the other one's going to do exactly the same.
Okay, repeat again with the other Plague Burst Crawler.
So entropy cannons. Nothing.
Missed. Crucial, that one then. Okay. The mortar.
6, 5.
5 shots. I think the Storm Raven's going to survive here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one
3s for a wound.
does a wound. 1, 3.
5+. We are due for one here. Yes, we passed. Okay. Whew.
And heavy slugger.
1 hit. 5 for a wound.
Nope.
And that's it. All right. So Storm Raven survives on 8 wounds. Still healthy enough. And still in its full bracket, I believe. And that is the end of the shooting phase. So happy enough to keep this one alive. For now, time's ticking away for this one here. These Plague Burst Crawlers, they will strip the wounds away given enough time. We're going to charges in Overwatch next. Obviously, Mortarion's going to charge, and there's some combats on this flank, potentially. Some new chargers to join in this fight as well. So Mortarion's going to charge the Storm Raven gunship. I'm going to capture the Overwatch here. Okay, melters. That's what we're looking for. 3s to wound. Now I'm going to command reroll the life out of this one. Okay, so here it comes. Yes, it's wounded. Veritas Vitae. And we've kept the command point. This is good. Now 4+ invuln save.
Nope.
No.
I've already used. Oh no, that's.
It's new phase, yeah. Fresh phase. You can command reroll this if you wish. Aaron's down to 2 command points left. Oh, they're putting him on the spot here. Bit of pressure.
Yeah, I need to keep in mind.
4+.
Nope.
No, made it through. 2d6 choosing the best. We'll take the 4. Not going to kill him. Disgustingly resilient. May well save the day.
You make 2
It's
of them.
blocked 2. Alright, but down to 3 wounds now. Oh, on Mortarion. Rockets. Got another hit here. Come on. 3s to wound. It's come through. 4+ with no command reroll available.
No.
It's made it through. 3. Disgustingly resilience. You must pass 1 or die. I passed 2. Oh, yeah. Unbelievable. Down to 2 wounds left. Lascans. We cannot hit with one of these. Oh! We've hit with one of them. We can't wound with it, surely. Yes, we have. You can't fail this invuln save. Yeah, oh, he's rolled a 6. It's ended. My run's ended. What a shame. Oh no, Hurricane Bolters, 24 shots. Alright, so Hurricane Bolters, I heard a faint voice saying, use the yellow dice, Luke. So I'm going to roll these. They've got some hits. Oh, I don't think it's going to cause too much trouble. There's 5. Okay, there's still hope. 5's to wound. We're not going to get him. 1 wound's come through. 3 up save. Passed on a 6 defiantly here. That's all our firepower. And Mortarion charges in on a 5. It's enough. Stormraven gunship has been contacted. But it stripped away a few more crucial wounds here on Mortarion. So, well done. Okay, so some scary overwatch there, but the rest of the charge phase has gone well here for the Death Guard. Lord of Contagion has made it in. 0 hits on overwatch. What was your total you rolled? It was a 6 and
A 6 and a 5.
11-inch charge made. Lord of Contagion's piled into the scouts. They're in deep trouble. And then across here, Typhus has made it in against the Sanguinor. He'll be able to lap round against the Dreadnought as well. And so too have the 2 Plague Marines. One of them's got that deadly flower that can be used there. So Blood Angels characters in trouble on this flank as well. Not looking too healthy here for Blood Angels now with these developments that have taken place. We'll go on to combats now. Blood Angels have 4 command points available, so they can interrupt play. Aaron has 1 command point left here for his force. So just zooming out so you can get a view of what's going on. There's Lord of Contagion. He's charging across here against the scouts. There's the Librarian there for the Terminator Librarian for the Blood Angels. There's the fight that's taking place on top against the Stormraven gunship, Mortarion. Then down on this side, the Stormraven here, and you can see the Dreadnought fighting away. Typhus has just charged in. The Sanguinors fighting away against the Poxwalkers as well. Okay, so who's going to fight first?
We'll do his Host of Plagues quickly.
Host of Plagues, yes, of course. Yeah, so the correct order, Host of Plagues should be done first. So the Stormraven gunship.
Needs a 6 this time.
Ah, yes, because of the damage, yeah.
No.
Okay, and that's about it. Yes, everyone else is moved away or dead. He hasn't moved. We'll check this. Mortarion did charge in though, so it may be a stretch. We'll see if there's a 7-inch. I think it may be out here. Yes, if that charge has put Aaron half an inch away out of being 7 from this.
Okay, we're going to activate, I think, Typhus first.
Yeah, little point in fighting first with Mortarion. Stormraven gunship's not going to cause any trouble. So Typhus to fight first. Aaron's going to make a piling move with him. First of all. Okay, tough choices here. Typhus has piled in. Aaron will finalise the decision just a moment. Typhus has piled in. He can fight against the Sanguinor and against the Dreadnought here. Dreadnought's got 3 wounds left, no invuln save. Sanguinor's got 2 wounds left, a 4+ invuln save. The ideal situation is to split the attacks and fight both and bring both down. That would be glorious. Worst case scenario, both survive and turn and rend him in return. We'll see. So you're going to go for 2 on each.
2 on each, yes.
So who are you going to fight against?
I'll go for the Dreadnought first.
Should be able to take the Dreadnought down here.
So, 2.
Should easily be able to take the... Oh, 2 1s being rolled. Hang on a second. 0 1s?
I think so.
We've just hit a bit of a bump in the road here. Here's trouble. And you've got 1 command point left here. It's a game-changing roll, that. Potentially.
Yeah, I'm going to have to command.
He's going to have to command reroll here. He's got to get this hit in. He could still kill the Dreadnought here. I think it's 3 damage, isn't it? Yeah, no, you could still do it. Unless you roll another 1. He's got the 6. That's death to the false Emperor. And why did I remember? Why? Oh, no. That generates... There you go. There's your 2 hits. Oh, what a turnaround. Okay.
Right, strength 7.
Oh, toughness 7 or 6. Yeah, toughness 7 here. That might save us. No, 2 5s. Superb. -3. I need a double 6 to survive. It's doable. Aaron rolled a double 1. Oh no, it puts me in a right pickle here because I like the idea of a 1 in 6 chance, but that'll be my command reroll used up, which I may well need for the Sanguinor, which is going to be half a chance of surviving. Oh dear, if the Sanguinor wasn't there I would have gone for that, but I'm going to have to let it go. Oh, it's so painful to... Yeah, I've got to let him go. I'm sorry, Dreadnought. Oh, I sort of feel so bad. If I had have used my command point, what would I have rolled? Ah, it's okay. We'll see if we explode. Yeah, we do. Oh no, it's going to kill the Sanguinor. I've got to command reroll this now. Command reroll. Oh! God. Is it a fresh turn? I've already used my Veritas Vitae. Oh, the wheels are falling off here. This is terrible. Okay, so Dreadnought destroyed. So now, I roll the damage though, don't I? I've got to hope for a 1 or a 2. 1 or a 2 if ever I needed it. This is the damage against the Sanguinor. Duh, that's just enough. He's dead. Oh dear, we've killed ourselves here. Okay, save your dice, Aaron. I've done the task for you here. Dreadnought gone. Sanguinor gone. And this flank has now collapsed here for the Blood Angels. We've got some more mortal wounds to dish out, but it's all gone wrong here for the Blood Angels on this flank. Right, Typhus, take this. 3 mortal wounds. Disgustingly resilient can be rolled.
Passes 1 to 2 wounds.
2 wounds taken. Okay. I can say you could have my spare wounds in. Okay, remove those. D3 mortal wounds on the Plague Marines. Just the one. Disgustingly resilient can be made for that as well. 5+.
Nope.
No, alright, it's brought one of them down. Okay, some consolation prizes being picked up here. Poxwalkers, one of them caught in the explosion and dies as well. And the Storm Raven gunship. Just the one mortal wound taken. Down to 7 left. So fight phase has got a lot shorter here. Typhus can move if he wishes, so he can head off as long as it's closer. Ends up closer to the Storm Raven gunship. If he wants to make a few inches up, he can. We'll let Aaron move him or leave him where he is. Okay, no, he's going to sit where he is. Okay, so really the last combat here is Mortarion to see if he can chew through 12 wounds. Should easily be able to chew through the 12 wounds here against the Storm Raven. No, because your damage is quite heavy. So it is a slight.
Still 4 attacks though, and I'm pretty much.
You should do it. Still going to be 2s to hit.
46 damage, probably.
Okay. No, okay. Storm Raven gunship is in trouble.
2s.
2s to hit.
Rerolling because of himself, thankfully. Nope.
1's not made it through. Okay, so a glimmer of hope here.
Strength 16.
2s to wound.
Wound.
They've all wounded.
-4.
Go straight through. 3d6 damage.
8. No, not quite.
No.
Nope.
Oh. 10 damage. Down to 2 wounds left.
Let me do something I've never done before. Do the tendons, claws and teeth. It's pathetic, but we'll try it.
Okay.
D6. Just, not going to happen. Both hit. 2 deaths the full Emperors.
Which hit as well. Oh no, please.
This is going to be 6s.
6s to wound.
Just 1.
Just the one.
Oh,
and
plague weapons, so we're going to reroll both of those.
There's 2.
No minus.
3+. Oh dear. 3+. Oh dear, right, okay. Okay, we'll fight back with the Storm Raven gun. A bit out of sync here, but we'll just fight back, see if we get a 6. No, alright, so that's that done. So we're all clear up to this end. So now it's a lot of contagion, fighting against these scouts here.
Okay, so 2s.
They've all hit, looks terrible, but they've all hit here on 2s.
This is strength 7.
3s to wound, and rerolling 1s.
That's just the 2, -3.
They're dead. Okay. So 2 scouts removed. The other 3 will survive. And no doubt will pull out of close combat. Okay, so that's all the combat's resolved here. And the turn is now finished. We'll hand over to the Blood Angels. They're still in this fight for sure. Characters have been decimated. We've lost not only the captain now, but the Sanguinor's been brought down. It's a shame to lose him. And the Librarian Dreadnought. Some decent characters being removed from play. But the Blood Angels have 2 Storm Raven gunships still alive. And units inside here. The Sanguinary Guard inside the Storm Raven gunship. And the Terminators, Chaplain and Sanguinary Priest all available inside this Stormraven gunship as well. So the game's not over yet. The Blood Angels will fight on, seeking revenge here for these characters being slain. Difficult here for Blood Angels. I think they're on the back foot, but they're not out of this fight yet. We'll go on to their second turn next. Alright, so we're on the second turn here for the Blood Angels. We did attacks here, by the way. You passed an armour save, which is suppurating plate, caused them all to wound. We've since passed morale with the 2 remaining scouts. They're okay. And that's it, we're all set to move. So Blood Angels have got one last chance, I think, to choose wisely with the units that they have, about to disembark from these 2 Stormraven gunships, if they do disembark, and then to try and need to cause a lot of damage here against the Death Guard to try and bring themselves back into this fight if they can. We'll go on to movement phase now for Blood Angels. This is their chance here to try and get themselves back in the fight. Alright, so turn 2 for the Blood Angels here. We've pulled out of close combat with these scouts, and we have disembarked with the Terminators first, then the Chaplain and the Sanguinary Priest have disembarked as well. Stormraven gunship has then moved off 20 inches. It's stayed in flight mode, headed off in this direction. Then this Stormraven gunship is no longer in flight mode. It's gone down about 12 inches. It's turned and headed down there. I've placed it so that we can pick on those characters there. I think the priority is to try and pick off 2 wounds off Mortarion, and then we're free to choose other targets to shoot at. Then disembarking 3 and then jumping 12 with the Sanguinary Guard. That's moved them across to potentially charge into the Plague Marines. So Librarian here, I think, is going to take command. He's shifted across 5 inches. He might be able to take Mortarion down just with Smite, potentially, as we go into the Psychic phase coming up next. Alright, Psychic phase. Unleash Rage. You're going to try and put an extra attack onto these Terminators here from the Librarian. It's a 6. We've got it, but Aaron can deny this with Mortarion. He probably will here. Oh. No, he's rolled a 4. Okay, no command points left. So Unleash Rage goes off. Terminator's bumped up to 3 attacks each, 4 for the Sergeant. Now the big one, Smite. On to Mortarion here. Goes off on a 7. Aaron will really want to try and deny this here. Yep. 9, well done. Psychic phase finished. So shooting phase, a couple of crack grenades going to be thrown at Typhus here. The first one from the Chaplain. Hits and wounds. -1. Passed. Okay, Sanguinary Priest will do the same. He's hit, and no wound from him. Terminators can't do anything. Plasma. Yeah, rapid fire into Mortarion here, not supercharging. I've hit, there's no -1 pestilence. And force to wound, 0. Nothing from him, just the smaller firepower here. I think it's going to have to be these Stormraven gunships. Going to try and pick Mortarion off if they can. Okay, so this Stormraven gunship here. Hurricane Bolters, Iron Ranger, the Poxhawkers across there. We'll fire at them. Then we'll go for 2 las cannons and the 2 rockets into Mortarion. Oh, this is tough, and the multi-melters are actually out of range of Mortarion here, so we're going to put them into this Plague Burst Crawler here. Okay, so it's been declared. Here we go. 2 melters then, or 2 multi-melters into the Plague Burst Crawler, and 4s. 1 hit. It's made it. 4+ for a wound. Nope, and that's it. 2 rockets into Mortarion. 2 hits on Mortarion. 2 wounds on Mortarion. 2 invuln saves of 4+. This could be the end of the Primarch here. Aaron's rolled. He's passed both on 6 and 4. Las cannons, please hit your target. No, they've missed. Come on, reroll. 4+. Missed. Veritas Vitae. Gone. Oh, no. No, this is bad. Okay, Hurricane Bolters still to fire. So Hurricane Bolters, it's not going well so far. Force to hit. That's not bad though. Actually, it's a good few have come through. So those as well. And it's well above average. Your toughness at the moment for them is 3. 3's to wound. Yeah, so Aaron can make 10 disgustingly resilient rolls here. So some decent shots coming through from the Hurricane Bolters at least.
Ooh, too bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dead.
6 brought down. Okay, pretty good shooting. So now we're going to have to go for this Stormraven gunship. Yeah, I think it's going to have to put all of its heavy guns into Mortarion, and the Hurricane Bolters onto this unit of Poxwalkers just here. So 5s for hits. What's the toughness on these ones? They have toughness 4, yeah, for putrescent vitality, yeah. So there's all missed, needing 5s. 4s to wound, just the 2. And no, okay. Okay, gradually whistling them down. And this is the difficult point here. 5s to hit, we'll go for multi-melters. Oh, we've got a hit. 3s for a wound. The wound comes through. 4 up in Von save. Oh, he's made it. Rockets have missed. Oh no, las cannons. Oh, to both have hit. 3s to wound. No, no, curses. Oh no. Mortarion lives. Mortarion must die, and he's just not dying here. He's defiant in the centre of the table. Now there's trouble for the Blood Angels. A little bit of firepower left, but this is not looking very good at all. Okay, rest of the firepower resolved. 1 Angelus bolt gun fired down here, or 2 shots, but no damage. And the other 10, 3 wounds caused Aaron past 2, and then disgustingly resilient past the other one. Okay, so charges to take place. I think we're going to have to send the Terminators up here. They need a 7-inch charge against Mortarion. That's not ideal, but I think we're going to have to switch targets who were poised to charge in this direction. But we'll do charges and Overwatch next. Blood Angels are going to try and recover from this difficult situation they're in. Okay, charges have taken place. Terminators, we tried to charge up and failed. Rolled 4 in total, 2 2s, command re-rolled, and still rolled a 2. So they've not been able to make it up there against Mortarion, sadly. So they've pressed ahead with their charge. They declared against all of these models and units here as well. So surrounding Typhus here, pushing through, contacting this Plague Marine, and into the Poxwalkers as well. After the Terminators charged, no damage from Overwatch. Sanguinary Priest and Chaplain have charged as well. There is a hero has stepped up to the mark and charge. Rolled that for our charge, 11 inches. The Librarian in Terminator armour has charged into Mortarion. There is a chance he can try and bring about the last 2 wounds to bring the Primarch down. Then one other charge here. The Sanguinary Guard have charged in. They've taken no damage from Overwatch. A 10-inch charge in total. We declared against the characters here. So the Malignant Plaguecaster, the Noxious Blightbringer, and then also this unit of Plague Marines as well. They've all been contacted, just about keeping unit coherency here, stringing them along. Can try and take out these characters if we can, and then just tapping into the Plague Marines there just to prevent them from firing next turn. So Blood Angels strung out all along here. The majority of the units here locked now in close combat. We'll fight first, knowing that Aaron can't interrupt play here, so all the chargers get to fight here. We'll go first to the Terminators. And we're going to put 1 Terminator into this Plague Marine here, and all of the others are going to go into Typhus to try and bring him down. So before I start, Aaron's got a host of plagues here, and Typhus has got a...
His is called Living Plague.
Living Plague, okay.
So we'll do Mortarions first, so it's on a 6.
6, yeah.
Nope. And this guy will be within 7.
Yes, the Stormraven gunship, yeah.
Nope.
And the Sanguinary Guard will check the range. They might be. Just be measured here to the vehicle for the Stormraven gunship. Yeah, no, not in range. It's measured directly from base to base. It's actually about 1.5 inches away. So, down here.
Typhus is a 4+, and it's 1 mortal wound on a 4+ to each unit.
Sure. Terminators first then, needing 4.
Nope.
The Chaplain?
Nope.
Nope. And the Sanguinary Priest?
Yes.
He's taken a mortal wound, okay. So we'll put a wound on him. Okay, so now we can make our attacks here. So we have the Terminator Sergeant. Actually gets 4 attacks here for Unleash Rage, and then 3 of the others going into Typhus as well. Okay. So 3s to hit, re-rolling 1s and 2s, and then we'll apply the modifiers for the Thunderhammers. So we'll just push those to the side, and we'll re-roll these for the Chaplain being nearby. God, the Chaplain's really helped out. The Terminators are mad here. Okay, we'll remove these 3s Now, toughness of Typhus.
Toughness is 5.
Toughness is 5. The Sanguinary Priest is going to boost our strength here and make us strength 10. So 2s to wound. Who needs plague weapons when you've got dice rolling? Okay, that is really good. All of a sudden, unleash rage here for the Blood Angels. 10, 4+ invuln saves to make here. Typhus is in some trouble.
Okay. No,
I think he's a goner. And there's that one.
5.
And that one there as well.
6
Yeah.
field.
6.
Yep.
So 18 damage. 18, 5+. Disgustingly resilience here. Terminators on the rampage. This is one of the controversial units. People saying you should get rid of the Terminators, but they're doing well here at this point in the game. 5+. It's a good roll, but it's not going to keep Typhus alive, and he is gone. Right, so lone Terminator to fight now, trying to take out the Death Guard Marine with the Flower. Like to take him down if we can. Reroll those 2 1s for the Chaplain. No, they've actually missed, isn't it? -1 to the hit rolls. Just the one makes it through. It does wound. So AP -3. So Aaron can get a 6 to stay alive. It's a 5, playing hold facing that, okay. And then it's 3 damage. So disgustingly resilient rolls.
Nope.
No, got him. Brought him down as well. Okay, it's good work here from the Terminators. To the Chaplain next. 3 attacks needing 2s. Rerollable. Toughness 3.
They are now, yeah.
2s to wound. Yeah, the wounds have all come through. It would have been 2s to wound anyway, actually, against Typhus, because it's Blood Angels charging in. Yeah, they're +1. Unleash Rage, special roll for them. The wounds have come for AP -1, doesn't matter. It's 2 damage a time. So Aaron will roll pairs here of 5+ to try and keep Poxwalkers alive.
1's dead.
1,
2 dead.
2, and probably take out the 3rd one. Okay, 3 of them gone. Sanguinary Priest next. Reroll for the Chaplain. It's 2s to hit. Strength 4. +1 for his strength. 3s to wound. 2s to wound for Blood Angels charging in. They're all wounded here. Just 1 damage a time. So 3 disgustingly resilient rolls to make. No, 3 more Poxwalkers brought down. Okay, so that's the situation there. We'll go on to the next unit that's charged. Oh, we're going to have to wait till last, I think, with the, with the Librarian. So Sanguinary Guard to fight next. Yeah, it's the way we're going to play this one here. This guy's not allowed to fight. He's not within an inch here of being able to affect either of these. This one on top can. He's just going to help maintain coherency. These 2 will fight against the Noxious Blightbringer, and then the other 2 there will fight against the Malignant Plaguecaster. So, against the Plaguecaster, first of all. 3s to hit. It's going to be 5s to wound, and then 4s to wound for Blood Angels on the charge. 1 wound's made it through. It's AP -3.
6 up.
6 up save.
Nope.
No, and it's D3 damage. Just the one. He's going to survive. That's not the result we're looking for. So 1 more wound taken. 4 attacks now on the Noxious Blightbringer. It's terrible. No. And then 2 attacks on the Plague Marines. We've stretched the Sanguinary Guard too far. 1 wound comes through. Save a 6+. Defiant. Just 1 wound caused. Okay, not very good at all from the Sanguinary Guard. They need the Sanguinor nearby and the Warlord nearby to get the best out of them, but they find themselves fighting alone. Here with the Librarian fighting next. 2s to hit, 3 attacks against Mortarion. Okay. Yeah, 4 attacks, strength 5, 5s to wound. On the charge, 4s to wound against Mortarion. Is he going to be a hero or not? 2 wounds come through. 2 invuln saves, so it's AP -2. That's 2 3s. Oh boy, it's D3 damage. Oh no, please. It's 3 wounds caused. Hold it right there. Sorry, command reroll. I've got to make sure this goes through. Oh, it's 5 wounds all of a sudden. 5+ for Veritas Vitae. No. 5 disgustingly resilience. No. And Mortarion is slain. 3 wounds taken, he's gone.
Blown on a 4.
Half a chance of blowing up here.
He does.
He'll leave a parting gesture here. Mortarion explodes on top here, but this Librarian Terminator has brought him down. D3 on the Librarian. But it's cost him, he's taken 2 wounds. Can you take out the Stormraven gunship is the question. On 3+ you will.
No, just the one.
Oh, okay, 1 wound taken. Alright, so that's down to 1. And 2 wounds on the Librarian though. But a new commander here and a hero has emerged. He's brought Mortarion down. But I guess it's the hard work from other units. You know, the Smash Captain caused a lot of the damage coming through. Really, it's just the Librarians finished him off, but just about managed to make that go through. Both of us now burnt all of our command points. There's none left for either army. A chance now for Aaron to fight back. Poxwalkers compiling a fight, and multiple units here to fight back against the Sanguinary Guard. So, Malignant Playcaster to
3 attacks.
fight.
2.
Death to the False Emperors, yeah. 1 hits. Yeah.
So this is strength 6.
Yeah, 3's to wound.
2 wounds, -1.
3 up save. Yeah, passed. Okay. Next to fight.
Go for that guy there.
Noxious Blightbringer to fight next, yeah.
Noxious Blightbringer, okay, 3 attacks. Oh, that was a 6. So
Yeah, Death to the False Emperor, sure.
Okay, so it's 3 hits.
Mhm.
Yep. This is just strength 4.
2 wounds come through.
Yeah.
And no minus.
No minus.
2 ups. Passed there. The armour holds so far on the Sanguinary Guard. Then Aaron can pile in now with the Plague Marines. He's not going to pile in, he's going to hold position, and he's going to fight with 2 of the Plague Marines here. It's good at rolling those. And 4's to wound.
2 wounds.
Passed again. Armour holds there. It's holding up well for the Sanguinary Guard. That's that combat resolved. So just Poxwalkers now to pile in and fight with them. Alright, so Aaron's piled in. He's going to try and take out the Sanguinary Priest here. 7 of them can fight against him in total. So it's going to be 14 attacks, plus 1 to hit rolls, because there's still 11 in this Poxwalker unit here.
So hit on 4s.
Yeah, it's a pretty good roll here. Strength 3.
Yeah.
5's to wound. That's what may well help to keep the Sanguinary Priest alive.
It's
take a
3.
Take a 3. 3 up save. Oh, it holds. The power armor holds. Okay. So the other attacks can go against Terminators, or you can try and Chaplain. All right. So they can all go against the Chaplain. So 8 attacks in total here against this character.
Okay.
4s. And then 5s. Just the one. Yeah. 3 up power armor save. And it holds. Okay. So this has been a good result here for the Blood Angels on this flank. So that's actually all the combat's resolved. Situation now, both Storm Raven gunships are still in the air. This one's in hover mode, it's got 1 wound left, it's surely doomed. This one here a bit tougher, 7 wounds remaining, still in flight mode. The Blood Angel's looking strong. There's an objective here worth 2 points. Trouble here for the Blood Angels though, the 4 point, the major objective is now being held, or will be held by the Lord of Contagion. By the way, our teleport homer here destroyed because Aaron's moved that model nearby. So tactically, Blood Angels still out of shape here in this game and losing as far as casualties are concerned, but they're not out of the fight yet. Mortarion's gone, and there's still plenty of resistance that Blood Angels have. We're going to turn 3 now for the Death Guard. Right, movement complete. Lord of Contagion is still going after these poor scouts here with no help. This Blood Angels' other units are miles away, so they're doomed here at this end of the board. And it's the important part of the table as well, because it's the 4 point objective. Poxwalker's crowding onto this objective here. It's both of us now starting to really think about these objectives, calculating how much each of these are worth. Just to refresh your memory here, 4 points for this one. Inferior objective worth just 1 point, and then that one there's worth 2, 2, 2, which the Terminators are on, and then the last one's just
It's
under a Poxwalker.
yes.
There he is. Okay. So Poxwalker's doing their job. They're holding on to a number of objectives here. But clustering around the Sanguinary Guard, ready to charge them. Plague Casters moved out of close combat. Noxious Blightbringers pulled out of combat, and so too have the Plague Marines just here. And Poxwalker's happy to remain in close combat against the Terminators, Sanguinary Priest, and the Chaplain. And then the 2 Plague Post Crawlers happy to sit where they are and to continue their grinding firepower support. We'll go on to Psychic Phase now for the Death Guard on turn 3. I'm going to try and smite the Storm Raven here. Goes on for 7. I must try and resist this with the Librarian Terminator. Ah, no, he's fouled. We'll see if we explode. We do not. Storm Raven Gunship brought down. That was easy. Smite, very useful indeed. Putrescent Vitality's gone off. That's the last power. On to the Poxwalkers. So Psychic Phase complete. Shooting Phase next. Right, so Shooting Phase resolved here. No damage taking place because it's an ongoing combat. Sanguinary Guard cut down. Halved in strength here. 3 of them being brought down. That's firepower from... It's from him, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yes. His firepower is released and available because this Plague Burst Crawler took out the Storm Raven Gunship. Decent hits from entropy cannons coming through, 4 wounds, and the mortar finished it off. Target destroyed. So well done. Storm Raven Gunship removed. That's really cut down the options here for the Blood Angels. So the game is now slipping away from them here at this stage. We'll go on to charges and Overwatch next. Aaron may well attempt to charge in. That Plague Marine squad there, there's a flail. Yes, in that squad that can cause nasty damage. We'll do charges and Overwatch next. Alright, so charges have taken place. Poxwalkers charged first, no damage in Overwatch. Then the Plague Marines here did make it in. So Sanguinary Guard are in trouble now. All this being watched by the Librarian in Terminator armour. Surely it brings a tear to his eye to see the last Blood Angel resistance on this side of this building being mopped up at this stage. And the battle slipping away from the Blood Angels here, and then the melee continues just down here against the Terminators with Thunderhammers and Storm Shields. Okay, so charges have taken place. We'll go on to combat resolution next. So Aaron just piling in, and he's going to use the flail first of all. Potentially nasty damage from this weapon.
So 3.
This is good.
3s.
2 hits come through.
And it is strength 6.
3's to wound.
Rerolling because
It's plague, is it? Okay, yeah, great. No, just the one.
just the 1 -2.
4 up save actually. It holds here. Okay, so
The other guys then 5.
might be able to keep these Sanguinary Guardsmen alive here with their 2 up save and 2 wounds each. Aaron's looking to turn them into golden Poxwalkers if he can.
Plague knives, so reroll. So that's 3 wounds. Oh, nice.
3 saves, 2+. There's the first wound that comes through. Nothing we can do to stop that. Okay, here comes Poxwalker attacks now. See if Aaron can... He's borrowing some Imperial Fist dice here. Okay, so this looks like an average number of hits here. So they don't get deaf to the False Emperor. No. Okay.
Okay, so these are strength 4.
Yes, with Putrescent Vitality, great. Okay, so 4's to wound. You're bound to take a few of these out here, actually, because just the weight, sheer number of saves that I'm going to have to make here.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
12 here.
Any that die will be turned into points.
Oh, no. Oh, yes. Throne of Terror we hold. Well done. Sanguinary Guard desperate not to be turned into Poxwalkers here. Wow. Okay. Great stuff. So, that's the end of combats over there. Right, okay, yeah, the next charger. Lord of Contagion here. Surely he'll wipe out the scouts. Now have free reign here at the back. Was going to send a Storm Raven gunship his direction, but it's not going to happen now.
That was my hit roll there.
Okay.
So all hit strength 7.
Who's to wound? AP minus.
AP minus 3.
They're gone, so they can be removed, and Aaron free to consolidate if he wishes. Okay, not going to consolidate. Happy enough. He's cleared out the back zone here for the Blood Angels, and he's spinning around. That's the objective he's after. Okay, great result. Then down here, to pick a unit, which would be the Poxwalkers to fight next. So exactly the same combo as last time. 14 attacks is going to go into the Sanguinary Priest. We'll see if his armour holds here. And again, he's going to be desperate not to be turned into a Poxwalker here. So, looking good.
This is 5s now. Strength 3. Just the 1.
1. 3 up. Uh-oh. Be careful. Okay, wound taken. 8 attacks into the chaplain now.
2 death philosophers. That was 3.
3,
hits.
yep. 5s to wound.
Wound, nothing.
0. Okay, so we can fight back now with these units, and the Sanguinary Guard can fight back here as well. So we'll fight with the Sanguinary Guard first. Going to put all 6 attacks into the Plague Marines. Need 3s. They don't like fighting them here. This is disastrous stuff. And then 5s to wound now. Oh no, we were charged, so it's still 4s to wound. 1 wound comes through, save of 6+ required. D3 damage. This is 3, so should be able to bring one of these Plague Marines down.
Yep.
Yes, it's diseased. Hulk slumps to the ground here. At least we've managed to kill just one of them. Okay, so still fighting on in close combat. So now we'll go over to this combat here. See if we can wipe out the Poxwalkers. That would be the aim. So, Sanguinary Priest. Yes, so that's 2s to hit. 3s to wound. Yeah, 2 wounds come through.
Nope.
Okay, so 2 brought down. Then the chaplain. Yes, we'll go for the chaplain here, yeah. 2s to hit. 2s to wound, strength 6. Yes, and 2 damage. So this is going to be pairs of 5 pluses to try and keep these alive.
Yep.
Double 5, well done. You can't do any more here, almost. No, 1 dead, and 1 more to go.
Oh.
That's whole facing, that's another one saved, well done. Right, so just 1 removed, and now it's the Terminators. So Terminators still have this Unleash Rage, which is in play here. So this is their attacks. So 3 pluses. Reroll these for the chaplain. A lot of 3s there, but it's not going to help. So now I can take away all those, or apply on modifiers. Disastrous here, 2s to wound. And then that can be removed. So 5, not going to wipe out the Poxwalkers here. That's not so good. So Aaron needs to make groups of 3 here with the dice of 5 pluses. No, so that's 1, 2, no. No. We should catch them with damage 3. You've got them 5 brought down, but it's not going to wipe out the Poxwalkers here. So I've lapped around a bit for a consolidation move with the Terminators, but crucially, we can't break free from these Poxwalkers here, doing their job, tying up this Imperial unit. Did want to move out towards other targets, but not been able to do that here this turn. So combat's resolved here. Blood Angels getting locked down in combat here. Their numbers shrinking, not looking particularly healthy for them at this stage. We'll go on to their turn 3 coming up next. Okay, so desperate situation here for Blood Angels. We do have a plan to try and maximise our points or objectives. It all hinges on trying to reach this one. So Terminators, he's advanced, our older ones, he's managed to get down here. Sanguinary Guard have pulled out of combat, they've jumped 12 inches in this direction. Terminators and this cluster of units here just having to hold in close combat. So that's movement done. We'll go on to Psychic Phase next. Okay, Unleash Rage, failed to go off. Smite went off and just took out 1 of the Poxwalkers. That's Psychic Phase done. We'll go on to Shooting Phase next. Alright, Shooting Phase complete. Not very much here at all. A couple of pistols in close combat. 1 wound come through. Arrow to 5+. So ignored that. So still lock these in combat. I was hoping to try and bring these down with Smite and pistols and maybe charge off there. But they're going to have to sit here on this objective. Pulled out of combat, can't shoot. No target to fire at here with the... we advanced anyway, so we can't shoot. Okay, so charges, none. Ongoing combat's just down here. We'll fight with the chaplain here to see if he can finish these Poxwalkers. No, maybe. No, we'll fight and pile in first with the Terminators. Just a chance to try and move these models around a bit here. Alright, so... yeah, wipe those out. Combat's been resolved here. Wipe these out. And consolidation move towards the nearest enemy model, which is there. So we pushed him forwards a few inches. May well just sit the game out on top of this objective here and get the 2 points. By the way, we restored 2 wounds here at the end of the movement phase for the Sanguinary Priest, healing the wounds on himself. That is the turn finished. Turn 4 now for the Death Guard. They just need to try and mop up the Blood Angels if they can and pick up as many or set themselves on as many objectives as possible. The game's not quite over yet. Here, Blood Angels are going to try and put up some resistance here at this as we move into the later stage of the game. Right, so movement done. Bit of a standoff starting to occur now. Terminators defiantly, I think, are going to sit on this objective. Death Guard backing off from them now, looking to hold on to this objective here, and then beginning to swing around in this direction onto this objective. That's 4 points there on a pickup. It looks like the Poxwalkers are going to sliver and slobber along towards this objective here as well. If they make it in time, which they should do, there'll be another 2 points being picked up. Also, Lord of Contagion, you can see, has made an advance move, slow enough, but he's heading off towards the 4-point objective as well. So that's movement done. Psychic phase next. Alright, Psychic phase is complete. It's a killer hit. 3 mortal wounds caused from Smite. We tried to stop it, but failed. Well done. Down to 1 Sanguinary Guardsman here. They really have struggled in this game. 3 of them jumping over may have stood a chance here of bringing down the Lord of Contagion, but 1 of them on his own, not much chance now. So, good play here in the Psychic phase, and then that Putrescent Vitality being cast on the Poxwalkers, definitely slipping away here from the Blood Angels at this stage. We'll go on to Shooting phase next here for the Death Guard in turn 4. Okay, Shooting phase complete here. First Plague Burst Crawler, no damage. Second one though, took out 3 of my Terminators, deadly firepower coming from that. I rolled a series of 1s, entropy cannons getting through, the mortar with its D3 damage as well, just took out 1 Terminator after the next, and then a bolter round got through, and I rolled a 1 for a save for that Terminator. Crucially, that means I can't restore a model. I have to use him to try and restore the wound on the model that's currently wounded. Oh dear, deadly here. And then the Sanguinary Guardsman brought down here. That was firepower coming in from this squad here. It was Blight Launchers managed to bring him down. So I'm down to 5 models now. We'll go on to no charges.
No.
Blood Angels turn 4. We'll see what they can do. They will press on regardless of the casualties here. Alright, so movement complete here. Restored a wound on the Terminators have moved back. Sanguinary Priest is going to remain with them. Chaplain's going to scamper back towards this objective. We advanced here with the Librarian Terminator perhaps realising that what's going on at the back, heading off towards the Lord of Contagion. That's movement done. We'll go on to Psychic phase, and we will try and smite the Lord of Contagion. Even that 1 at 11 would be great. It's 8. Okay, it does go off. Aaron can maybe deny. We'll check range 24 from the...
Yep.
You can. Okay, so you need a 9.
No.
D3 mortal wounds, just the 1. And you can do... Yeah, disgustingly resilient here.
Don't like it.
Alright, so 1 wound caused. Uh-oh, you could then charge me. Oh dear. Alright, 1 mortal wound caused. Psychic phase finished. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about Unleash Rage, just for the fear of perils and so on. Okay, so Psychic phase finished. Shooting phase, none. Can't charge re-advanced. Turn is finished. We'll now head on to turn 5 now for the Death Guards. Aaron can commence his move. Okay, turn 5 here. Game's not quite over. Death Guard need to be a little bit careful, but I think there's a small sting in the tail from them potentially here, but it's a long shot. So Aaron's backed off onto objective. He's saying if you want it, you have to come and claim it here. Poxwalker's moving through. They're not quite on this objective. Pushing through here with the Malignant Plaguecaster and Plague Marines, and they're securing that objective. Not moving at all with the 2 Plague Burst Crawlers, and these Plague Marines hold a position just to maximise their firepower against the last 2 Terminators. Okay, so movement done. Psychic phase now. Smite, obviously, to go through. It's an 18-inch.
Hold on. He's closer. So
Yeah, visible, I think, for Smite. So I think it's got to go. Yeah.
Does go off on a 6.
Goes off on a 6. We've got to try and deny this to Librarian to try and block this from coming through. We do deny it on an 8. Interesting. Okay.
Putrescent Vitality on the shield.
Plague Marines. Okay.
Does go off.
All right. So Putrescent Vitality goes off On the Plague Marine, psychic phase finished, shooting phase next. So on shooting phase here, characters protected. Aaron was going to fire down here, but he can't. He's got to try and clear away these Terminators first. They're actually closer to those. So you're going to use the Plague Marines with the plasma guns to try and pick them off.
One hit.
This is a plasma gun shot. Doesn't wound. And he's going to get 6 bolter shots next. So I think he's going to have to use the Plague Burst Crawlers here to try and remove these. If I can pass enough 3+ invuln saves, I might be able to keep them alive. 1 wound comes through. 2 up. Oh, that's not the way to start. Okay, so one wound being caused here. So this Plague Burst Crawler, everything it has is going to go into these.
So mortar. Just the 2. 1 hit.
2 for wounds. Wound comes through. Got to pass this here. 3+. We do. Entropy cannons.
2 hits.
2 hits. 2s to wound.
Just 1.
Got to pass this one. 3+. We do. We hold. Storm Shield's absorbing damage here.
Heavy slugger. That's 3.
No, here's trouble.
3 wounds.
Yeah, it's -1, isn't it? So 3+ is got to pass all 3 of these. Passed just about. Passed just about. Passed with that one. Okay, so that's still there, blocking shots from coming through against the characters here. Has to be the other one.
Again. So, mortar.
5 shots to the mortar. Can Aaron destroy the Terminators? This is the question here.
Just the 2.
2s to wound.
2 wounds. 1's 2.
3+. Yes, and 3+. No, he's got him. So he'll go. It's just the Terminator Sergeant left. Entropy cannons now to try and pick him off. 2 hits. This could kill off the game. 2 wounds. 3 up invuln save. 3 up invuln save again. Yes. Holds.
Heavy slugger. Just the 1.
We've done it. We've survived. Survived. Okay. And I think
That's it.
with him defiantly alive, that prevents the firepower now from coming through here. So now we're going to charges, if there are any on the board. None. End of turn 5. We'll go on to turn 5 now for the Blood Angels. Okay, movement done for the Blood Angels here. Just within 3 inches of the chaplain, he's just moved across. Failed to restore a model, backed off slightly and holding on to this objective, and then pushing through the crates here with the Librarian in Terminator armour. We'll go on to Psychic phase next here for the Blood Angels on turn 5. Smite, in the name of the Emperor. It goes off. We'll check range here. Aaron may still be within range 24. He is, he can deny.
6.
Needing a 7.
Nope.
No, D3 mortal wounds. Take 2, unless you roll 5+s for disgustingly resilient.
Make 1.
Okay, 1 wound taken on the Lord of Contagion. And unleash rage upon himself. It goes off. Okay. Right, so we'll go on to shooting phase. And we'll rapid fire plasma into the Lord of Contagion. Here it comes. I was tempted to supercharge, but I don't want to mess up. Yeah, I don't want to mess up and roll a 1. I can't risk it. Okay, so 2 shots, 2 hits. I should have supercharged. Plague. Oh, it's not a plague weapon. Okay, doesn't go off. Okay, he's out of range of his pistol. They can't do anything. Shooting phase finished. Charges an Overwatch. Any type of Overwatch? Nope. And in we go on at 9. So a charge takes place. It's a fight for the 4-point objective. What a way to finish this game here. And no other charges to take place. Here we go. Okay, here we go. 3 attacks +1 for Unleash Rage. 2s to hit. That is not the result we were looking for. 4s to wound. Strength 5, toughness 5. Becomes 3s to wound. Blood Angels charging. Okay, 2 wounds do make it through. It's AP -2.
4 up in 1.
Yep.
Make 1. Fail 1.
Damage is 2. Aaron's going to survive.
Make 1 of those.
Okay. 1 wound. Okay. 1 wound caused. That was a chance to try and bring the Lord of Contagion down. We have failed. Now Aaron will swing back here. This could hurt.
4 attacks hitting on 2s. Does not reroll.
Death to the False Emperor.
Death to the False Emperor.
Okay.
So, strength 7.
3's to wound.
It is a plague weapon.
Yes.
Okay. So it's...
Oh no, you've got separating plate.
I do.
Oh dear. Okay, so 3 have made it through.
Yes.
It's AP minus.
AP minus 3.
We'll take a 5 up save or 5 up invuln save. Wow, we passed 2. Yeah, so separating plate here, it should have been made when you pass saves.
Yes.
Yes, so I'm going to take 2 mortal wounds here. I think the librarian's a goner. Yeah. And then D3 to finish him off. This is the...
3.
That's D3 damage or straight 3?
It's D3.
It's D3.
It's 3 flat on Typhus's.
But you've caused 3 more. I'm stacking wounds up here. Oh, he hasn't got 7 wounds. He's dead, okay. That was the last chance we had. The idea was to try and slay him, sit on the 4-point objective, claim this one, claim this one. That would have been 7 points. At 8 points for killing Mortarion, but it's fouled here. The game is now over. It went down to the very last. Roll dice to see if the game would have continued here, actually, just out of interest. It would have stopped. That's pretty close there, actually. Blood Angels could have caused trouble. We'll just do a theoretical result here, just to see what would have happened. So say if we had wiped this out here, 4 points, 5. We'll get an official score in just a moment. 5, 6, 7. No, there's 2 and 2. So 7, 4. We got Slay the Warlord, 8, 4. You could have Warlord, 8, 5. Linebreaker 8. Yes, Linebreaker still would have been there. 8, 6. First Blood 8, 7. If we'd have killed him, we would have won. That was close for the Blood Angels there. It's just sometimes in 40k you think the game's lost or give up, but sometimes you get results like that where you're able to just cling on towards the end of the game. But it hasn't worked out. Librarian's been slain, and so Aaron will win the game here. 4 points, 8 points in total. Slay the Warlord, First Blood. Linebreaker is 11 points, and Blood Angels get 3, and Slay the Warlord is 4. So 11 points to 4 in the end, but it was close. It could have gone the other way there, right at the very end of this game. But the Death Guard have triumphed again against a Space Marine chapter. This win, we reckon, puts Aaron in the lead now in the league, much to the horror of all the Imperial armies now. New armies are mustering to fight against them, but there's a bit of a panic going on now with some of the armies on the channel. The forces of chaos are making their mark, and they've now claimed the #1 spot, and Aaron's going to try and push on for the ultimate crown of winning the league here in Season 7. So it's possible. His army's absolutely rock solid. A solid strategy from them. Incredible Mortarion performing very well in every game. So Aaron's army performing well in this game, and in every game they've played this season they have performed very well indeed. Another victory here for Chaos. Who will be able to stop the Death Guard? We'll have to see. Maybe it won't be an Imperial army. We'll have to turn to the forces of the Xenos factions here to see if they can be stopped. But victory here for the forces of Chaos. The Blood Angels, what's left of them, will have to retreat and live to fight another day. But great game, all the same. Very enjoyable indeed. The previous game that we played over on the Plus channel, very enjoyable indeed as well. So if you want to see the league, there'll be a link in the video description below, or you can go to the channel homepage, and there is a Google spreadsheet there that has the list of all the games played and the leaderboard there for the different factions taking part in Season 7. If you want to see all the episodes in Season 7, then half of them on YouTube and half on the Plus channel. But there it is, great battle. Thanks for watching, and tune in next time. Right, so units of the game. Terminators I've chosen. Solid unit for sure. Dished out a lot of damage, helped bring Typhus down, smashing their way through resistance across here as well. So solid choice. And the tasks they were sent to do, they did do pretty good, and they clung on right towards the end of the game, just resisting firepower as well. So good work from them. Aaron's going to go for the Lord of Contagion for his unit of the game. Managed to stave off attacks coming through, wiped out the scouts, did a good job here at the back, and then the librarian's charge, he managed to stop that and sit on objective number 4, so, or the 4-point objective. So that's units of the game here for both sides.